Bobby Beale versus Cindy Beale. It was a thing that was very prominent last week as we saw Cindy be like, I wish you died in that fire, mate. And then, we got, Cindy burning bridges, causing problems, and just overall making issues for her, Ian, Peter, Kathy, all the above. She got Kathy arrested. And it's led to an interesting dynamic where people are like, why are you siding with Bobby? And it's an interesting point. Because, look, if we state the facts, yes, Bobby did kill Lucy. That is a fact. That's a fact.
Lucy's coming back in 2025.
And you can't dispute it. But Bobby's been back for years and has become reformed. How? He made genuine lifestyle changes. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. He has found religion to help cope with the grief and the pain that he suffers through every day and all of the self-loathing because he killed his sister, and it's something he has shown remorse for doing and is constantly fucking reminded of every single day. And he expresses that, and he prays, and he struggles. It's not been easy sailing. It's not been easy sailing for old Bobby. The second he came back, everybody's just looking at him like, fucking murderer. It's not been easy sailing. And yeah, someone essentially goes, someone says, why is everyone siding with Bobby over Cindy? This is a genuine question. Is she not just a mother angry at the person who murdered her child? I understand she's a pretty horrible person herself, and no saint and might come across as hypocritical at times, but she's still allowed to be angry at her child's murderer. No. I would also understand if people were taking more of a middle ground, something like Cindy doesn't have much room to speak, but I do get where she's coming from, and Ian shouldn't be defending Bobby from reasonable consequences for his actions, but she didn't have to be so harsh about it. Fuck me, nobody said that sentence in their life. What are you, fucking alien just learned English? Well, hypothetically, theoretically, in a situation that may or may not have occurred, if Bobby were to say he is sorry, that would not actually matter because he still murdered their daughter. Said no one ever. Like, what the fuck was that sentence? But no, everybody seems to be defending Bobby entirely, not even seeing where Cindy is coming from. Now, there's an interesting one, because I'm quite impressed if you can watch those episodes and be like, yeah, fuck Bobby. Like, have you not been watching the show? Bobby's been reformed. Mate, Bobby suffers with the consequence of his actions every single day. And he's been reformed. He's been reformed for years. Yeah, sure, he still killed someone. But would you say that Bobby back then is the same person as Bobby now? No. It's completely different. And someone simply says, because Cindy's a hypocrite who hired an assassin to kill Ian, she's in no position to judge.
Facts.
That's exactly it. And someone says, exactly, Cindy legitimately tried to have Bobby's dad killed via paying a hitman to shoot him and nearly mortally wounded Ian. Bobby was a 10-year-old kid who threw a heavy object at his sister in rage and accidentally killed her. Bobby had intent to hurt but not kill. Cindy had full intent to kill until she panicked at the last minute, by which time it was too late. Cindy is worse. Bobby is not a murderer, but a manslaughterer.
Is there a difference?
Well, manslaughter's like not. Manslaughter's kind of like. Murder's like intentional, like fucking you are set out to kill someone, but manslaughter is your actions resulted in their death. But it may not be. It's as like. Manslaughter's. I'd say manslaughter isn't necessarily premeditated, but like a murder is usually like kind of like set. But I don't know. It's not entirely a full fucking thing. And someone says, I hate when people say he didn't want to kill Lucy, yet he has almost killed Jane on multiple occasions. To be fair, the Jane stuff is different. He did batter the fuck out of Jane with a hockey stick and did try to kill her. That is true, but ultimately, it's kind of wild. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, also people just saying, yeah, but Cindy's not nice. Cindy's a bitch. Like, Cindy's playing her version of damage control, saying, you are all fucking pieces of shit. I'm the only one who really cares. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm the only one who cares that my son could die and it's your fault. And yeah, but it's like, yeah, but it's fucking not though, is it? It's not like Bobby went in there, like, playing hide and seek with Peter. Like, come find me, Peter. Like, Peter went in on his own accord to save his brother. And he fucking did. And he helped. But it's not like Bobby's like, hee hee, I'm in the fire. Hee hee. Come find me, Peter. Push. Oh, he's dead. Like, it's kind of wild. And someone genuinely asked, I'm very much a casual viewer now, but never used to miss an episode. The Bobby I'm most familiar with is a sister killer and stepmom attacker. Understandably, he went to prison, reformed and found religion, but does anyone else find the 180 jarring? Almost feels like a different character. Do people find his character believable? I like the new Bobby, but I find it hard to believe he's the same person. That said, I haven't been a regular viewer, so I'd understand I'd probably miss a lot on his journey. You have. It's been... How long's it been since the Lucy stuff? Like 2015?
2014.
2014? That's been, what, 9 years of a very formative period in a person's life. You change a lot as a teen. Right? Someone could be a fucking horrible piece of shit as a teen, but if they start figuring out, oh, I need to actually fucking change and sort my shit out, which is what Bobby did. And it's fucking, it's kind of wild. But Bobby is reformed. It's been 9 years. He served his time. He came out a completely different person, recast and all. And they've proven that he doesn't have any violent tendencies. You know, he actively discourages any of that shit. He's found something else to believe in. And that helps him deal with the grief and the guilt and the, like, self-loathing that he kind of dealt with. But yes. Does anyone find the fact that he went to prison for several years and then came back and he's not the same person? Of course he's not the same person. He was an angry teen. He didn't mean to kill Lucy. It got made much worse by the fact that Jane just decided to cover it up for him. Like, it could have just been like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. Lol. Whoops. Well, I'll just hide the body. That's fine. That is my only child, but not really. That's the bit where it's fucking strange. But yeah, like, and also, I don't know. Also, just in comparison, Cindy's a massive bitch, and that's why people are siding with Bobby. Because Bobby didn't do anything wrong going into the fire. Like, Bobby was trying to put out this fucking fire. Peter followed him in. And then as a result, they both got hurt. But Peter got hurt marginally more than Bobby. It's the unreasonable level of hatred towards, like, and yeah, like, wasn't it like a couple of months ago? She's like, "Look, I'm gonna look past it. I'm trying to get past it." Then literally any time that he's done something even slightly out of character, just been like, "Yeah, but you killed my daughter, didn't you?" It's like, now you're not even giving him time to fucking, like, handle it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just brought a lot of people just dislike Bobby Beale, despite the fact that he's much different than he used to be. So as this one's not really particularly short, as this one's not particularly long, I'll simply add this to, someone says, "Welcome to Eastenders, where your personality and circumstances can change with your socks." Nice. Don't forget that Callum once worked as an armed security thug for a local gangster and was thick as two short planks. Phil once married a Polish woman so she could stay in the country out of the kindness of his huge heart. Mitch wants a builder and a hairdresser in London where he couldn't find any work, but as a taxi driver, he's doing fine. Beale was dodgy as they come, but he's now a model citizen. Pretty much every woman on the square finds a bold, overweight 70-year-old irresistible. Having a bar, a fish and chip shop and a cafe still means you can't afford to live or call an electrician, but a family can survive easily on the wage of a laundrette attendant and a part-time cafe worker. No one can afford a washing machine but can afford service washers every other day. No one owns a kettle so they have to go to the loss-making cafe for a cup of tea. And murderers are all nice guys underneath. Bobby and Ben probably more. A scathing takedown of the Eastenders system. No, it's simply that, look, the characters are going to tell the stories that they're fucking told to. Bobby is seemingly reformed, and there's no reason to believe that he's lying or has any malicious intent whatsoever. The Bobby who was attacking people and attacked Jane, he's gone. He doesn't exist well, he obviously exists somewhere, but he's never been actually, looked at. He's never shown any potential of coming back to the surface. It doesn't remove what he did. But ultimately, if he's saying he's a different person and you're refusing to actually take them at their word, it's that's your problem. And that's probably why a lot of people don't like the Bobby Beale character, and some people like Cindy a little bit more. I don't understand how people can prefer Cindy in this fucking argument, as Bobby's done nothing, and she's like, you should have died. You should have fucking died, mate. It's your fault. Yeah, but it's not, though, is it?
It's Rocky's fault.
It's Rocky's fault. And Cindy just wanted everybody else to blame but herself because she feels sad that she might lose another son that she has also spent very little time with because she had to fucking go on witness protection and wasn't allowed to see her fucking kid anymore. And why did she do that? Because she was in witness protection because she annoyed the wrong people. That's all actually Cindy's fault, really.
Exactly.
No, I'm just doing the fucking 1 + 3 = 79. You go from A to B to Z. That's where you get your story. But there we are. Bobby Beale versus Cindy Beale. There is generally a right decision. It's just whether you dislike Bobby, you're probably going to be on Cindy's side. And if you dislike Cindy, you're going to be on Bobby's side. It's supposed to be a polarizing conflict because it's soap. And there has to be reason to get invested in some characters and dislike others. But just remember that it is a soap, and fundamentally, if you are annoyed by these characters, they're probably doing their job. And that's probably the most important part. Cindy isn't supposed to be very likable. She's supposed to be a massive bitch who'll hurt anyone and run away from her problems. And Bobby probably isn't supposed to be that likable either. He is a anxious, awkward teen with a fucking with a death in his past. He's trying to reform, but you can't really take away the past from it because nobody will let him forget about it, and neither will he. That's simply how it's supposed to work. And there you go. So who won the argument? Bobby. Bobby won the argument. And Cindy did not win the argument because she wished her partner's son dead. Something that you probably shouldn't do considering Ian already has 2 other dead children that he probably doesn't want to die either. Yeah, just one of them, isn't it? One of them. Just be reasonable, people. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to keep watching the channel. Do all the social medias. They're all in the description. And thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye.